we believe as Muslims, and from the authentic hadith of the Prophet, peace be upon him, that two angels come to the person in their grave and they ask him questions. What is your religion? Who is your Lord? And at that instant, another authentic hadith, which is inside Muslim, that Allah orders for the soul to return back to its grave. So it's there in a world which we cannot see. In the Quran, there's a world called, behind something called barzakh. Barzakh literally means a barrier that separates something from another. And so there's a barrier that separates this world from the world of the souls, the hereafter. We have no connection to it and they have no connection to us. Again, it's similar to the example of when you go to sleep and you dream and your soul travels. So we're not talking about subconscious mind and the dreams that your subconscious mind speaks of, a reality of the soul, but that's another topic. So they said that it's kind of similar to that, to bring it close to our logical mind, that the soul is somehow close to the body and therefore noises or sounds can be heard but it can't make it out, and it's very, very distant. Another evidence they use is when the Prophet ﷺ, after the Battle of Badr, the enemies who had done so many atrocious things to the Muslims and killed them, the big leaders, the Muslims didn't bury them, they threw them down into a well, and that's where they were buried. And the Prophet, peace be upon him, went up to them, and among them were, Abu Jahl and Utbah and all those leaders of the disbelievers who did atrocious things to Muslims. The Prophet, peace be upon him, yelled out to them and he said to them, "Oh so-and-so, oh so-and-so, oh so-and-so, have you found what Allah has promised you? For Allah, we have found what Allah has promised us." And Umar ibn al-Khattab was standing next to him and he says, "Ya Rasulullah, you're talking to the dead people when their bodies have decomposed and gone?" And he said to him, "You cannot hear me any better than them," meaning that they're hearing me just like you're hearing me. But the response to that, some scholars, they said, well, since he was addressing them, the dead can hear. But again, the response to that from the majority of scholars is that, again, that was something special for the Prophet, peace be upon him, or it also could be understood that when a person first dies, the soul are still near the body in some way, and there is some kind of hearing. But again, this is a miracle for the Prophet, peace be upon him, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it allowed for his voice to reach them in that world called the world of the souls, or the barzakh. So brothers and sisters, in conclusion, the correct opinion is that, first of all, from the logical common sense, that the body itself, once it dies, it cuts off from all senses. We see it in reality, we can experiment it, we practice it, we know it. And we can also compare it to going to sleep. When you're in a coma, or you're under the effect of anesthesia, when you have an operation, for example, at the hospital, or when you go into deep sleep, we definitely do not hear anything around us. And if that's the case while we are still alive, then it's more true that when a person dies, obviously the body feels nothing, hears nothing, sees nothing of this world. It just decomposes and becomes part of the earth. As for the soul, we can say that one of the views is maybe partially they have this slight faraway sense only when they're first buried. So brothers and sisters, some people, they go to the grave and they talk to the dead people and they think that they can hear them. Unfortunately, I wish they did, and I wish that was true, but the more correct view is that the evidences don't support it. So my brothers and sisters, you still are